Hello everyone, Boone here. Welcome back to Boone Builds. I have with me tonight the AllysonGailLEGO. Allyson, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm excited to talk to you. We're going to look at a bunch of Allyson's awesome creations. We're gonna get some questions and answers from the live chat tonight. We'll talk to you all here in just a minute. This is AFOL Spotlight Live.
Let's go! Climb aboard this proverbial Winnebago. We're talking about the awesome fans of Lego. So build your mock and shift it into drive. It's time for AFOL Spotlight Live.
Allyson, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing so well. I feel like things have settled down here with the weather, so I'm really pleased about that.
Yeah.
What's the weather like where you're at?
I don't know. I've been inside because of quarantine, so I have no idea what it's like.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. Hey, in the chat we've got Rick Brickham is here, Cody O is here, Moto, Kai Paulson, Jeff McElwee, Legomatic. See you later. Thank you all so much for being here. I see Luke is here, Willie is here, Braden. Where are the ladies tonight? Jake Sadovich, welcome back, and good to see you, Benjamin. I am excited to be talking with you, Allyson.
Yeah.
Allyson, when did we first? I feel like we first encountered each other on a Tricky Bricks stream. Is that correct? Or
yes.
Or you dropped into one of my streams. Is that right? Like they grabbed me when we were playing. We were playing a little game called. What was that?
I think Mel grabbed me in.
Mel grabbed you in. Mel was like, "Hey, nice, yeah." We were playing a little game called "Who Can We Get in the Stream," and that was also the same night I met Moto. And Moto has been a incredibly present viewer here at Boone Builds. So we're glad to have you here, Allyson. Glad to have you as part of the Boone Builds family. Hey, Melissa is here. Riff Raff is here. Spot the Magic Ninja. So, Allyson, we typically dive in with stories about how we got connected with Lego, how we got connected with the fan community, and you've got a pretty interesting story. But I want you to start with just Lego. When and how did you first start to get interested in Lego?
Well, when I was a kid, so when I was like teeny tiny and my mom would get me different toys, I always kind of gravitated towards the Lego. So I would use it to enhance the other toys. So if I got a Barbie, I'd build it like a 3-story condo with like a garden on the roof, and you know what I mean? Like enhance the other things.
That's a great idea. I'm trying to remember if I did that with Lego when I was a kid. I had a friend named Daniel, and he was often building accessories for his other toys out of Lego. I'm not sure that I mixed much when I was a kid, but that's really interesting. So then you've only been connecting with the AFOL fan community for like the last year or so.
Yeah, it started last year. I was almost on a certain show and didn't quite make it, but because of that, I discovered that there was like a whole AFOL like Lego community, and I had no idea. I was just doing it like from my room, you know, just building by myself, posting on Facebook here and there. But then I discovered a whole community, and then I went to Bricks LA in January, and I met so many amazing people, so many incredible people, and then I was like, all right, I'm doing this, and then just kind of boom, and kept going.
Yeah, it's really incredible. I was listening to your story about that a little bit earlier, and you said you almost made it on a certain show.
Yeah.
And I know how almost you were. And I just have to look at the camera and look at all the people. I'm staring you straight in the eye, all of you who are watching. That there's a lot of people out there who said that they were asked to be on a show, or that they they wanted them to be on a show, or they got really far in the process. And I know exactly how many steps of the process there were. And Allyson actually did make it to basically the last step of that process before the final funnel down to the 20 individuals that ended up on the show. My guest last weekend was or last Thursday was Rich Boy J. Rich Boy J was also at that same point. So yeah. So there was, and I think I want to say about 60. We have to be vague about the process, but that point in the process was about 60 individuals, or what would that be, 30 teams.
Yeah.
And by the time cameras started rolling, it was 10 teams, 20 people. So you were very, 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 very close in that last sort of clump. So
I mean, honestly, before that, I was gonna go to grad school, so it kind of changed my entire life, as you can see. But all for the better. Like, I met so many great people. I'm still meeting people. So many things are happening. Like, it's insane. It's amazing. And
season 2.
Cross fingers.
Your fingers are crossed. Okay, so you're trying.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it happening? I don't know if it's happening yet.
Well, I heard it's on hold. But you're gonna try if it comes around to be time to try it. Okay.
Definitely, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna win.
Sounds good. Yes, good. Hey, we got Kelly Skeel is here. Brick Studio is here. Willie Ball, Slapback. Thank you all so much for being here. Rainbow Octopus Boy. I'm not sure if I recognize that name. Rainbow Octopus Boy. Thanks for being here. All right. So let's why don't we just dive right into show and tell, and then we'll talk about some other things in a little bit. Sound good?
Sure.
Here it is. It's show and tell. It's show and tell with AllysonGailLEGO. Ba-dum-bum. Okay.
We both bummed. Yay.
Yeah. High five. Long distance high five. There we go. LDHF. That's a free one for all you out there. If you want to give someone a long distance high five, you can just say LDHF. All right. There we go. Allyson, you got some awesome stuff to show us. What do you got in the studio there?
In the studio, I have. Well, are you hungry or are you thirsty?
I'll say I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, we have some matzo ball soup.
Woo!
It's superb. I have
superb building there, Allyson.
Huh?
I said superb building.
I have some deviled eggs.
Oh my goodness! Hold on.
Deviled eggs.
Hold that there. Deviled eggs. That's hilarious.
And then I'm currently doing Halloween stuff on my Instagram. So a sneak peek for what's to come is a sandwich. Well, I don't know how to say a finger sandwich, a witch finger sandwich.
A witch finger sandwich.
Sandwich.
Love it.
Finger.
Witch fingers.
Sandwich. And then I also have some wine if you get thirsty, some bread if you want to carb up, you know.
Yeah. And how do you suppose you got into building food out of Lego?
Well, first of all, I'm always hungry, so food is like yellow. Also, I really like to make things out of Lego that look like real things you would see in everyday life.
Yeah.
Like replicas of things. And I found that food is a really good vessel to do that with. And I also, so I keep my food made out of Lego food in my fridge, which is right here. And first of all, I like to do it because when friends come over, they get hungry, they always raid the fridge, and this way they have to think twice, and I may be able to catch them before they take something. And then also, the fridge is like the perfect vessel for Lego display because it has great lighting, no dust, it's very clean. You know, it's just great. And then I also have some like magnets that I made too, little food magnets that I keep on my fridge.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you use Lego magnet or do you stick them to like craft magnet? I
found these little tiny ones, these circles, and I kind of like pushed them in and then they work.
Hey, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to look for those. That would be a fun way. That's a really fun, it'd almost be a fun challenge to challenge a bunch of people to like build some magnets out of Lego for your fridge.
I made a little piggy too.
Somebody said, let's see, Legomatic said, are there angel cakes to combat the deviled eggs?
Ooh, angel food cake. That's smart. Maybe. We'll see. We got a month.
So you have other creations that you haven't shown us, and they're stored in your fridge.
Yes.
Is there real food also in your fridge?
Yes, there's some. I have a lot in my freezer, and I have a lot of dried fruit, like food in the cabinets. But I have some in the fridge, like on the door and in like the drawers. Yeah.
But the fridge is primarily a space for you to display your Lego pieces. It makes perfect sense. Do you have any that you'd like to get out of the fridge and show us?
Fridge. Let's see.
Or do you want to leave all of those in the fridge?
I could take something else out. One sec.
I just want people to believe that you actually have Lego models on display in your fridge. And the fridge is just so conveniently located compared next to the thing. While you're getting that out, I'm gonna share oh my goodness.
Flying spaghetti monster pizza?
That's awesome. I mean, that looks like something I would want to eat.
Right? So
Mark and I built food more than once on Lego Masters. So I feel like I kind of identify with the desire to build food out of Lego, but usually when I build food, it's like it's usually food that has come to life and is like attacking people. I
have an avocado monster that is chasing after its pit.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, how did you think of that?
I was gonna try to pun it, but I couldn't. Avocado don't know.
yeah. Avocado obviously.
Yeah, avocado. I was doing so on my Instagram where I post all my stuff, I try to create little challenges for myself. So this was part of a color challenge I made. So I was trying to do one post every day, different color of the rainbow. So this was green.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love it. I mean, you could have just built the avocado. There's that guy. Do you know who the guy is that did the animations for the Super Bowl? Remember that Super Bowl commercial with all the Lego animations and the food and the avocado and the
I didn't. The cutting.
The salsa and the cutting. I think it might be the same guy that does the Power Tools videos. It reminded me of that. I don't know if it's the same person, but he did. That was a normal avocado. You could have built a normal avocado, but instead, it's like a hilarious avocado with a face chasing after its pit, and it's perfect.
Lego is about the story, right? You just can't. Sometimes, like, some food is good for like realism, but like bring it to life with some eyes and some like things happening, you know?
Yeah, I hate to keep bringing it back to Lego Masters, but since you are, in contention and you hope to get there in the future, I will say, the Brick Masters loved hot dogs with faces and pizzas with faces. I think a lot more than they would have loved just hot dogs and pizzas. You know what I mean? Yeah. There was a whimsicalness. It was something that captured the spirit of Lego. So yeah, there we go. Well, I just want to take just a moment to remind people that until the foreseeable future, oh no, I'm not getting there. There it is. I gotta share my screen. Until the foreseeable future, the live streams here at Boone Builds are brought to you by my current Lego Ideas project, the Magic School Bus. Please find the link in the description of this video, but not now because we've got a lot more to do with Allyson before the evening is over. We're reaching the quarter of the way mark to the 10,000. So all we need is what, 66 votes, and we'll be 25% of the way to the goal. So there we go. Allyson, do you have any aspirations of submitting an ideas project, or have you in the past?
I have no idea. I haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I just got over brick separators, still figuring out my way through Halloween, and then maybe next year that could be like a goal of mine to like try to get something in there.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned brick separators. Let's dive into your Instagram.
Oh.
So everybody, you can also find a link in addition to the link to go support my Magic School Bus Lego Ideas project in the video description. You can also find a link to Allyson's Instagram. And if you scroll just a little ways down, oh, here's the deviled eggs. What do we got here? This is like an assortment
like chocolate boobark on a separator tray.
Nice. All right. I love that. How many things can you build out of separators? Well, Allyson certainly has been exploring that. So tell us, what got you into the separators?
I really, I can't remember why. I like the orange. And I thought, why does everybody like kind of get annoyed at the piece? Because it's such a cool, unique shape. And it comes in like a lot of the bigger sets. So a lot of people have them. And I was like, why not just make a few things out of them and see what I can do? So I just spent like a few weeks trying to do stuff. And then it happened.
Oh, I love it. How many separators do you have?
Over 400.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are these separators that you collected from sets, or did you source some of them from other locations? Say that again?
Source.
Okay. All right. Are you going to tell us about your source, or you're just going to keep it secret? Source. All right. A secret source. I like that. I like a secret source. My goal is
to make
this one's lovely.
Oh,
Look, and the way the Lego logo caught the light in this picture almost makes it looks like it's printed.
So cool. I love it.
Sometimes
awesome. I can do lighting. Sometimes I can't do lighting.
No, it's great. And is this your sig fig?
Yeah. She's in all of my builds.
Really?
Yeah, she climbs around all the builds. So if you like scroll through, you can like slide, and she like does stuff.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so like if I go to an individual picture.
Well, not that one.
Tell me one. Which one should I go to?
You can the snail.
Yeah, the snail. Okay. So we can. Wait, the snail didn't do anything. Hold on.
You have to do the little arrow. There's an arrow right next to the minifig on the right.
Oh, it's hard for me to see on this screen. Oh, I can see it much easier on the stream screen. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Doing a little cartwheel over, what do you call that? A leapfrog over the snail?
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh my goodness. And then
I get smushed.
You're getting smushed. This reminds me of that part in one of the Austin Powers movies where he's driving the steamroller and it's going super slow, and the guy is like, no! Because snails, crawl really slow.
Yeah.
So it's funny. There's some comedy there. Love it. Look at that. Great job. That's wonderful. Cool. And let's see, Lego noticed your brick separator art, right?
Yeah, they're doing a rebuild the world thing, and they liked the phone stand, picture frame, napkin holder, and something else.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Look at this. I've been thinking about doing a tutorial on my channel about a phone stand. And it's going to be a bit different than this, but this is such a great idea.
Thanks.
You did such a great job. I think the beauty of the brick separator being orange, and then you collect these other orange pieces and you start to put these things together. And it's almost like there's so many brick separators, and it allows me to forget that it's not all brick separator, right? Like you can do a lot of other stuff with the orange, and I love this hand. You've got is that a skateboard, orange skateboard in there?
Uh-huh.
That's really rad.
Thanks.
Oh, I like that one. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else you'd love to point out on your Instagram page?
I was on the Kelly Clarkson show.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to these. We'll go to these things. So here is Kelly Clarkson. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it, but people can see it. And it's coming up.
That was surreal.
Oh, that's you. You stood up in the audience and talked to Kelly.
And then I brought her a wine bottle. Then she grabbed it and broke it on accident, and then I had to fix it and then give it to her, and then it all, yeah.
Did they stop the cameras?
Nope, they just zoomed in.
It happened on TV and everyone got to see it.
There it is, right? Yeah, there. I'm like, it's Lego. It's fine. It's Lego.
This is awesome.
I was able to sneak in don't worry, I was able to fix it. Piece by piece. And then I handed it to her. So
yes. Oh, that's incredible. How did this come about?
So I applied to the Kelly Clarkson show, and they were looking for female entrepreneurs. And I was talking about Lego and starting that up. And then someone took notice, messaged me and said, do you want to be in our studio and be featured? And I was like, yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah, right? It's like, I still can't believe it happened sometimes. Like, woof.
It's like Aaron was on an episode of Ellen, but there's no evidence in that in the episode that aired. There's no actual evidence that he actually was ever in the same place as the Ellen. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's sort of this like side sketch thing. I don't know if they did or not, but
yeah.
Well, that's really awesome. And then tell us about this one. What do you got going on here?
Oh, so that's Spectrum News, and I'm showing my fridge and all the food in the bottle again. Yeah, this was another one. He was so with him, he was on TV for Spectrum News, and he was talking about follow me on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And so I did. And then I messaged him and I was like, have you guys ever featured Lego? And he's like, oh, good idea. And then we like had a back and forth for a little bit, and then it happened.
So are you like live on the news for this?
Yeah.
One? Wow. That's awesome.
Another surreal one. I still like, it's insane to me what happens when you actually start to believe in yourself. And that's kind of what happened. Like, this year, I was like, let's do Lego. Let's try to focus with Lego and see what actually happens. Because Lego has always been around in my life. Like when I moved away to college, when I was a kid, like everywhere I would take it with me, but I never like thought it could be a real thing. And then all of a sudden I was introduced to, again, the AFOL community, saw what people were doing, was like, whoa, and then fangirled real hard. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it this year. Let's just see what happens. And then literally in January is when Kelly Clarkson happened. It was like the first month. And it was just like, so many things are happening. And then the Spectrum News. And then I was guest judge on Tricky Bricks. And now I'm here. Like so many things. Like it's just, like I love, it's so fun.
Well, Perry says, good for you, Allyson. Jeff McElwee says, big truths, Allyson. Yeah, Jeff and I have been having some real deep talks about Lego and life, you know, recently. So that's awesome. I love, what did you say? You said at the very beginning of that, you said something like, it's amazing what happens
when you trust yourself, when you believe in yourself. Because I don't know, I always enjoyed Lego. I never thought I was anything special with it, but once I was like, no, like maybe I can get on the Kelly Clarkson show. Like, why not just try? And then I tried, and that's the whole thing is like, you actually try to do something, it could actually happen. Like, if you actually trust yourself to do things, they could happen.
Moto says, I love Allyson's attitude. It's infectious joy. Absolutely. Thank you, Moto. So you mentioned you were gonna go to grad school, and you decided to take it. You decided to take a year to just kind of like pour everything into Lego. How's it going so far? Like, what is Lego your future, or?
I really hope so. Like, I would love to do this forever and nothing else. Honestly.
Are you getting some work? Like, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
I have one. My grandma's cousin asked me to make something for her son's bat mitzvah, or bar mitzvah. So I'm working on that. It's something.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something. You know, you're I think, what is it? You're a novice until somebody pays you to do a thing, and then you're a professional, right? So, well, best of luck to you. I hope that goes really awesome. And if we weren't able to hear the a sound on the video from Kelly Clarkson and the other news video. If people go to your Instagram, are they able to find those and hear the audio?
If
so
you
is it just like scroll way down?
Well, no. Yeah, you can find it that way too. But there's an easier way, I think, if you go to the top or a little bit lower, it says IGTV. If you click that, it takes you to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
And then there's an attempt at me building with Technic, which was technical.
I just got a notification yesterday from the public library that I need to return my book about Technic, and I've had it since before COVID, because the library shut down. I got it like a week before COVID. The library shut down. I haven't opened it once since then. I've had it for like 7 months, and it's one of a series of Technic books that's by a pretty well-known Technic builder, and I haven't opened it, and I got a notification that I'm supposed to return it. Justin, we'll have a full-on Q&A a little bit later in the stream, but I'm okay with. I feel like we're having fun. I'm okay with asking a question here. Justin says, question for Allyson: will you be reviving your YouTube channel?
Well, the plan was if the certain show happened, well, we already said Lego Masters, if it happens, I was going to start it up after that finished, but I may go back to it. I started doing tutorials right before I went away from it. So I might go back and do some like brick separator tutorials maybe to show how I built some of the things like the hand and stuff. Yeah. It could happen next year. There's a lot because I'm going to be pushing again next year. So
I would definitely recommend it. I think of everyone that was in the first season of the Fox show. I believe of all of those people, my YouTube channel saw the most growth after the show. But I think it was because I had been putting so much effort into making my YouTube channel a thing before the show. That I think other people like Flynn and Richard were able to start a channel and they were able to grow a channel very, very quickly upon starting. Because I think are they getting close to 2,000 now? But anyway, what was the point of that? It took me years to get to 2,000 subscribers. Probably 3 or 4 years to get to 2,000 subscribers, and it took them like 2 months. Or I'm sorry, it took them like 2 months to get to 1,000, and it'll probably be like 6 or 8 months to get to 2,000. So anyway, if you have any interest, I definitely encourage you to do it, especially those things you've already built. Just throw them somewhere, make a video, put your smiling face on there, and people are going to love your personality. And anyway, okay, cool. Let's see. You brought up someone. Is there anything else before we move on from show and tell? Is there anything else you would want to? Oh,
toilet.
The toilet. What can you tell us about the toilet?
The lid goes up and down.
All right. Can you bring it over?
Yeah, I can. Let's hope it doesn't go kaboom. Sometimes the lid falls.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's dangerous, I don't want to encourage you.
It makes for good live streams.
Yeah.
The risk factor.
We around here we call that pulling a moto.
So
look at that. It's the toilet, and the lid opens and closes.
Yeah, the lid closes. There's hold on, I'll explain in 1 second. There's a little
deposit
number 3 inside. I'll explain. So, like I said, when I said earlier how I give myself little challenges to do. So this one was numbers. So I was trying to think of different number themes, and everyone's like, yeah, you can go number 2, you can do number 1, where. But I was like, but 3 is the turd number. So.
Oh, the turd number. It's a magic number. Yeah, thank you so much, Allyson. You should get some kind of an award for being the first person on AFOL Spotlight Live to show us a Lego toilet, and it's not just any. I mean, that's a sizable toilet. What? So that was you. That was kind of how you came to the inspiration of building a toilet. Was
Yeah,
the
that's
number
the only reason I needed something for number 3.
the turd number? Wow.
Turd number.
How did you land on a scale for the toilet? Because it's not, it's somewhere between minifig scale and life-size human scale.
Well, it's because of the flusher.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Yes, it's a staircase, right? The spiral staircase.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a perfect flusher.
Sure. Okay, let's go.
All right, Allyson, you're hilarious. I love it. Hey, Spot the Magic Ninja with a $5 super chat and nothing but a turd emoji. This live stream has really gone down the drain. Thank you very much, Spot the Magic Ninja. Really appreciate your support of the live stream here, and we'll take your emoji as a grand celebration of Allyson's creations. And then I called that red thing back there, I called it your picture, but it's just a TV, right?
Yeah, it's a TV, but I made a frame out of Lego around it.
And why?
Why not?
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good.
Everything in this, well, before I made my desk and the little wall on the side, it was very much white walls, so I needed color. So
yeah, see, Allyson, it's looking at your space there, it's almost a shame you're not using that space for your backdrop in a YouTube channel. I think that's why somebody asked.
Well, this is my debut of The Office. No one has seen it until right now.
Oh, everybody in the live here, I'm gonna full screen you again. Everyone in the live chat, you are all getting a first look. This is an exclusive first look at AllysonGailLEGO's incredible. I guess I can't. Now there's a question for you. We can't say Legos.
No.
But if I'm talking about your something that belongs to AllysonGailLEGO, how do I say it? Do I say AllysonGailLEGOs with an apostrophe S, or is that off limits?
I never thought about that. Now I'm having
I'll just say Allyson's exclusive first look at Allyson's incredible. Do you call it a studio? Do you call it what do you call it there?
I mean, technically it's in my kitchen, but Lego layer.
I like Lego layer.
There we go, Lego layer.
Well, Jake Sadovich says that he always thought of a number 3 as both a number 1 and a number 2.
What you eat?
What? Depends on
you eat.
What you eat? When you eat?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, either could be good. Moto says screen cap Boone. What does that mean? Moto, what do you mean screen cap Boone? What is that? Screen cap Boone. I don't know. But what I was going to say, Allyson, is I just think, you could do demonstrations over there. You could have kind of a wide angle thing. You could have some close-ups on the table of what you're doing. And then you can be like, and let's check out this, and pan over to that brick emblazoned TV, and then something new comes on, and it's the cut-in to the next segment. I don't know.
We're going to talk later.
Yeah, I think you have such cool... Speaking of studios, I have to apologize to everyone. I've got this over-the-head camera rig set up for a time-lapse build that I'm in the middle of, so I keep getting this weird shadow on my face. So if you notice that and you're like, what's going on with that weird shadow, that's what we got going on. Sorry, everybody.
The Halloween effect.
Yeah, While I'm taking a quick aside, I just want to thank my lovely moderators for hanging out in the chat, making it a fun and safe place for everybody. We've got Moto, Dave Morgan, Cody is here tonight, Jeff McCooey is here tonight. I think those are, and Perry, my friend Perry. Thank you, moderators, so much for being here. We really appreciate it. All right. Let's see. I think maybe it's time for cool stuff we found online. Does that sound good?
Sure.
It is my one segment that actually has a theme song.
Cool stuff we found online.
There it was. So, in cool stuff we found online, we're going to take a look at Mel Lego Builder. So, what do you know about Mel Lego Builder, Allison?
She's a beast. She's so good. I'm a huge fan. I discovered her stuff, her bike stuff, her realism things. Like I said before, I love Lego realism. She made this amazing bike and cooler, and you'll see. It's
Look at this.
Fabulous.
This is incredible. And these bikes have been on display at Lego House. Is that correct?
Yeah. She's good.
Look at the boom box.
Isn't that crazy? The tapes, the wheels, the seat, the little handlebars, all the details.
Look at this. Is this like a big old-fashioned bike? I feel like we're not seeing the whole... Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the whole... Look at this. Man, this is rad. This is really something.
It's one of those builds that you can just like stare at for hours and notice like a bunch of different things. It's just so good. True
Close up
art.
of the parasol. And this, I mean, I think that the handle of the parasol here is like 2x2 bricks. Is it? No, well, maybe it's those the Technic kind of tube things that are connected together. I'm just trying to get an idea of the scale of this build. Look at the wicker basket. This is really good. How did you discover Mel?
I think she just popped up one day on recommended, and I was like, yes, please.
Oh, look at this.
Right? Everyone go follow her.
Incredible. Incredible.
And the color it's like, I love that bike color.
This is certainly cool stuff we found online. Look at how she did the handles with the tires there. And the bike seat. The bike seat is like what, like 1/8 of a hot air balloon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so rad. Oh, we got some spiders making away with some of the goodies from the picnic basket.
Look at the grass too. It's just like those details.
Oh, here we go. This is right up your alley with the food in there. What do we got in there? What is in there? Oh, okay. So let's see. Those are bananas from like the minifigure, right? The minifigure that wears the banana as the suit.
Yeah.
And then what I can't figure out is what these are. They look like kind of a little like pastry type thing, or are they hot dogs? Maybe they're hot dogs from the hot dog man costume.
Yeah, they might be minifig hot dogs. Yeah, the
minifig like hot dog costume, I think is what it is.
But isn't that smart to use the costumes in like a realism thing?
Yeah. And look at the top of the picnic basket is just a ton of minifig hands.
I can't. The parts usage.
It's really brilliant. Look at the sprocket on the oh good, people can see my cursor here. The sprocket on the pedal is a bunch of minifig crossbows that are sort of arranged in a circular pattern.
Just yeah.
Mel, you're blowing our minds. I want to build that stereo so bad.
Right.
I'm gonna build a boombox, and I recently saw Tiago built a boombox, I think, and a really small boombox, and did a tutorial. I think it was probably 10 pieces or less. And now I've seen Mel's boombox. This is much larger scale.
But yours should be a boombox.
A boombox, yeah. It's of course that makes sense. And I think I want to split the difference in the scale. This is just going to be like a little mini. Let me see if I can figure out how many studs wide would this be. So that's 8, 16. This boombox is probably close to 20 studs wide, and I think mine is probably. I'd like to do a boombox maybe half that scale, or maybe even an 8-wide boombox, I think would be fun.
Nice.
Oh, this is so rad. Does she say what this is? The 70s MK1 Rally Chopper. That's it's so cool. Amazing. I'm so glad we have not looked at Mel's stuff. I've seen Mel around on the interwebs.
Yeah.
And we haven't taken any time to look at Mel's stuff on a previous version of AFOL Spotlight Live. I should probably, you know what? I'm gonna put Mel on my list of oh, that should not be on the main screen. I don't like sharing that. Sorry. But I am gonna put Mel on my list.
Yay.
Builder, and I'm gonna see if I can get Mel for a future episode of AFOL Spotlight Live, because her stuff is really awesome. Okay, cool. Why is that? Okay, great, awesome. Let's see. We've done show and tell. We've done cool stuff we found online. I think before we head to Q&A, we should probably talk a little bit about music, Muppets. I don't know. What do you think? We have a lot of interests in common.
We do.
So tell me about your history with Muppets.
Well, again, of course, started in childhood. Miss Piggy was my idol forever until I realized a little bit more as I grew up. But she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. And Gonzo was always my favorite because he was weird and he owned it. And he's just my favorite. Gonzo can do no wrong. I actually met the guy who does the voice for Gonzo, and I lost.
I'm kidding?
So good.
Okay, who's your favorite Muppet?
Gonzo, always.
Okay, have you now? What do you think about? Now I know it's not like Muppets, but they do come from like the same kind of like creative. They come from like the same
Fraggles
pieces of fabric. Sesame Street. We've got a Sesame Street set, official Sesame Street Lego set coming, right? Is that official? Is that official announcement, or is that rumors? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I saw pictures like around Instagram.
So is that something that interests you, or is that too like separate from Muppets for you?
No, well, Kermit the Frog was a newscast, I think, on Sesame Street before the Muppet Show and everything else. So it's OG Muppets. Yeah.
I love it all.
Yeah.
Are you into Dark Crystal?
Oh yes.
Labyrinth.
Yes.
Okay, so I could say you're generally a Jim Henson fan.
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite Muppets? Can I say movie?
Well, the Muppet Caper kind of, my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Muppet Caper.
All right. Awesome. Was that the 70s? Was it 70s or 80s? Great Muppet Caper.
I wasn't alive in either one, so I don't know.
They've been close to you your entire life.
Yes.
Right.
You said you did impressions, no?
Yeah, so I have a few Muppets. And I haven't been doing many impressions lately. I've been so focused on Lego, I don't do many of my impersonations. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Today on Sesame Street Flash News. Well, yeah, anyway, so that was his origin. And then my piggy, she's got, she's got that like, oh, Kermit.
Oh my God, yes.
So we talked a little bit about this earlier, everybody. We've got some secrets that we're keeping up our sleeves here. Allyson is going to do a little bit of singing. That's the other thing we have in common is music.
Yeah.
We both love to sing. You've got a background in opera?
Yeah, my bachelor's is in classical music, minor musical theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then you were gonna go to grad school to be a.
So okay, first I
psychologist?
did music, and I got my bachelor's in that, and then after that, I taught piano for a little bit to kids. Then I realized my favorite part of teaching was the conversations with the kids. So then I moved over to child development, and I was like, let me learn about this. And then I taught at a preschool for a little bit. And then I was like, well, I really like these kids, but like I want to help them because they always come to me and tell me things. So I was like, psychology, now I can help them. And then I went to psychology, and then I was about to go to grad school, and then master's. So
awesome.
It all connects.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So I'll do a couple more. Let me see if I can pull up a couple more Muppets. I have some Sesame Street. Near, man, my Grover, my Grover's in there somewhere, and he's a lot like Yoda. There is no, what is it? There is no try, do or do not. Too old is he to begin the training, but very similar to Grover. Near, far. What's the thing Grover would say?
That tickles. Hello. Hello, Mr. Noodle. Oh. Hi, Dorothy.
Anyway.
You can probably do Mickey too then, if you can do Elmo.
Oh, Mickey.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, boy. Oh, hello there, Pluto.
How about Rolf?
Ooh.
And you know how Rolf, the piano playing dog, he has a very similar voice to the big bear. You know the big bear that with the squinty eyes that like walks around in some of the Muppet movies?
Oh yeah.
And so their voice is sort of like, oh well, I don't know what Rolf would say, but it's sort of something like this. But anyway, so those are mine. And then so I'll sing my song if you sing yours. Who's gonna go first? So you told me one of the interesting things about you is that you have a very interesting what?
Right, I have a wide range. So I can sing really high and I can sing really low. And one day I was playing around with the song from Beauty and the Beast, the Something There. And then I realized I could do both parts. And then I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I just kept doing it.
All right. So are you going to give us a little taste? You're going to give us Belle and the Beast from there's something there I never saw before. Is that how the song goes?
I think it's called Something There.
Something There. Okay.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined, and now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before. She glanced this way, I thought I saw, and when we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw. No, it can't be, I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked at me way before. New and alarming. There you go.
That's awesome. Good job.
Fangirl.
Okay, so mine is I have to pull up the lyrics. I mean, I have them here, but I don't know who sings what. So I don't know how I came across this, and this is kind of how we got into this conversation. Or actually, you told me about that, and I'm like, I've got something perfect that can go with that. And it's A Whole New World from the Aladdin Disney movie. But for some reason, it occurred to me at some point in time that I should do it as a duet between Kermit and Piggy. So it's like, but I just got to figure out a whole new. How about a whole new world, 100,000 things to see. Wait, is that what he says?
I think
or is that what she says? Let me go back. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. Now I'm in a whole new world with you. Now I'm in a whole new world with you. Anyway.
It's the trade-offs. It's like the quick switches that get me.
All right. Well, that's fun. That's a load of fun. I've been thinking about trying to do, if what is it? If Sesame Street is indeed coming as a set. And I've also thought about doing this with Star Wars figures, is just making like some video where what we see of the figures in the video is pretty superfluous, right? It's just kind of whatever. But the point of the video is for me to do like as many like Star Wars voices or as many Sesame Street voices as I can, but make it somehow tie to Lego. So anyway,
that would be amazingly awesome.
Lego-Matic said Boone should totally voice for Disney, both of you. So all right. So if we don't make it as Lego creators, Allison,
We've got Disney.
perhaps we have a hope in the viewer we were down in the low 50s for the first good chunk of this, and now we're up into the low 60s. So we started singing and the viewership went up.
There you go.
So this is awesome. Hey, I think it's time for a solid Q&A. What do you think?
Sure, let's do it.
And did you, unless you wanted to say anything else about singing or Muppets?
I'm good.
Did you watch Adam Savage? Do you know who Adam Savage is?
Yes.
Did you watch his tour of the Jim Henson Museum on YouTube?
No, but didn't the museum go on tour?
Oh, maybe it did. Did you go to the museum?
Yeah, they were.
Oh.
They had all the different Muppets in like these glass cases, and they had like the OG ones, like the ones that Jim Henson used before any like Kermit was even in existence, and it was like different clips all around, and that's where I saw and met the guy who for Gonzo, and also Red Fraggle. I don't know if you're familiar with Fraggle. You have to be familiar with Fraggle. Yeah. But the person who does the voice.
I think one of my old, a lot of my theme songs, the little like intro theme songs that I've used on my YouTube channels over the years are inspired by like kids show theme songs, like but kids show theme songs from like the 80s and 90s, you know, not like current stuff. And I feel like there was something. That's Fraggle Rock, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I used that for something somewhere along the way, but now it must have been something that I only did once or twice because now I can't remember. Oh yeah, worries for another day.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It is time for a full Q&A. A full Q&A.
Yeah.
Put those questions. Thanks. Hey, that was good timing. Put those questions in the comments section. We're going to dive right in. Potato Studios says, I have a question. If you could erase a movie sequel from time, which would it be and why? Potato Studios, that's a great question. If you could erase a movie sequel from time, which would it be and why?
You first. I'm trying to think.
Oh,
any Disney sequel that's like The Little Mermaid about her daughter, those are maybe unnecessary. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But they went straight to TV. I don't feel like. Yeah, okay. I don't want to push back on that. That's fine. You are welcome to erase that one. I just feel like that didn't offend me. You know what I mean? Is like, okay, I loved Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid 2 went straight to video. Like I had no dog in the fight, right? Whereas,
to be honest, I didn't see it, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's my point. Like, I didn't care. I didn't see it. So it's like, but I get what you're saying. It would have been nice to have one that was like super awesome. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And there were a lot of those. There were a lot of those Disney ones. It was very uncommon until like Toy Story and Cars. It was very uncommon for a Disney movie to get a theatrical sequel.
But Toy Story is just amazing. Like all of them. Like they did no wrong there.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay. Awesome. So Rick Brickham said Indiana Jones 4, I'm assuming is what he means by that, for the win. Yeah, shouldn't have been made. Okay. That's great. But a sequel, because I feel like we're talking about a number 2 that should never have happened. Or the third one in the saga.
The third one or the number 2.
Okay, let's see. We've had more potty humor in this stream than we usually do, but I'm not opposed to it. I gotta say, like, Jurassic Park was incredible. And Jurassic Park 2 was abysmal. Did you like 2?
I liked them all.
Yeah? Okay, well, all right, that's fine. we can agree to disagree on these things, Allison. That's totally fine. I just think that like Jurassic Park was so good, especially for what it was at the time. But I think it also holds up very well. And I'm just not okay.
I mean, to be honest, it would be really cool if they did one where it was like realistic dinosaurs with feathers and things, because that would be really cool to see.
Yeah, and they I feel like a lot of stuff came out just in like the 90s where they were making these really rapid discoveries, and suddenly it's like, oh, Jurassic Park kind of looks not so right. And I think that there were some choices that they made that they knew weren't right, and then there were some things that were discovered very quickly after that.
Yeah.
Legomatic says, most painful Lego to step on, in your opinion?
Anything clear, like translucent, because you don't know it's coming.
Oh, yeah. I can agree with that.
Ooh.
I have been trying to keep a log in my head about the most painful Lego pieces to step on, because again, I think it would make a awesome. Don't steal this idea. I think it would make some awesome content. I'm not telling you not to steal this idea. I'm telling all the listeners. But mine, I really think what it comes down to is a Lego piece that has a sharp point pointing up, no matter how it falls. So let me show you a piece. Allison, can you sing a little bit more while I get a piece?
Boone's gonna find a piece to show us. It's gonna be real cool, and it's Lego. You never say Legos, because that's a bad word, but Lego, there it is. He's getting it, and it has spikes on all sides, yeah. You make up songs with reckless abandon. We are in good company with each other. Okay, this piece right here is almost like a piece you could use against your enemy, because if you just like tossed this, you know, if you're like in Lego Mario Kart and you like tossed this over your shoulder, it does not matter how it lands. Most likely it's gonna land on this side and you know, sort of value out to this point being up. But even if it lands on this side, that point's up. If it lands on this side, that point's up. And best case scenario, it lands on its base and you've still got that point up, and it's obscured a little bit by the stud. But otherwise, I think this is one of the most dangerous Lego pieces, especially to be used in a, you know, like a sibling warfare kind of situation where it's like, I see you coming, I'm just going to throw this on the ground in front of you, and it doesn't matter how it lands. If you step on it, you're going to get an ouch to the foot, to the soul. You have a good point there.
Oh my goodness. Allison, Brick Pigeon. So let's see. Rich Boy J was on last week, and he's into hip hop music, I think mostly. But he performs his own music as well. And we were sort of identifying that like there aren't a lot of people in the Lego sort of content creator community that, you know, produce their own music. And so we talked about doing a future duet, and Brick Pigeon says Allison and Rich Boy J duet. So do you know who Rich Boy J is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we'll just kind of boil this question down to its simplest form. And the question is, Allison, are you interested in some future like Lego related music collaboration project?
Yes, 1,000% yes.
Absolutely. We're gonna do it. I gotta put that on the list of things to get around to.
I can also play bongos.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's
I can also beatbox. I can make a cowbell sound. Oh, I can make a cowbell sound and a bike horn. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, cowbell is it coming through okay?
Yeah.
Bike horn, I can't let you see my face while I do it. Anyway, there you go.
My gosh.
So those are the things I can, or like the old style, you know, that old style horn.
Yeah. Wait, how do you beatbox? Beatbox? Do you do the? Because I go boots and cats, but I go.
Yeah, let me. If you do boots and cats, If you do boots and cats, let me give you a little extra treat here. You ready for this?
Okay.
Alternate between boots and cats and boots and pecans. Boots and cats and boots and pecans and boots and cats and boots and cats and pecans. And it just gives you like a little alternate. Anyway.
That's amazing.
I didn't know about boots and cats until I think Lego Movie was my initial, but you know, like back in high school, we used to listen to like Rozelle, and there were a bunch of beatboxers that we were trying to emulate.
That's the game changer, though.
Boots and cats and boots and pecans and boots and pants and boots and cats and boots and pants and boots and hands and boots and cats, and you know, you can throw all different kinds of stuff in there. It just gives you a little bit of variation. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Allyson, you have been an incredible guest. I'm trying to figure out Lego stuffs. Would you rather buy every Belleville set or every Galador set?
Both?
It's really hard. It's a hard one to answer because, oh man, I love Galador so much. Galador is like, how familiar, Allyson, are you with Galador and Belleville?
To be honest, I am very new to sets in general. I only opened my first set ever this year after Mox. So I'm still new.
Yeah, so no one should ever feel bad about not knowing about Belleville or Galador because Belleville wasn't as obscure. It was something you could find on the shelves in America for a while. Galador was the biggest, I think it's sort of accepted as the biggest like flash in the pan theme. It was, some people call it the biggest flop. I don't call it a flop because it still has like cult followers 20 years later.
Yeah.
And I'll show you some Galador figures. They're right here. This is
gonna get us another thing to see. It's a Galador set or a piece. We don't know, but we're gonna know now.
So Galador had almost 0 connection points. So it was so different than every other Lego. But these are Galador figures. So this is Nick Bluetooth, and this is his friend Allegra. And what they do have is these. You'll recognize these kind of like Technic ball joints, perhaps. Mm-hmm. And so that's a standard Technic pin, and it's kind of the ratcheting ball joint that we've seen in a lot of other types of things. And so in that way, these can sort of mix and match with other things. This is what I was playing with. I don't know if you noticed. This is what I was playing with the whole time we were doing the test today, and it's a punching fist, and it's like a robotic punching fist that can go on Nick's like or anywhere else. And
you can make Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I thought this would be like a fun transition in like a Rube Goldberg machine where like there's a ball sitting here like waiting to go and like something lands on this and goes like, you know what I mean?
Or even a pinball machine. It could be like the
plunger for a pinball. Yeah. Exactly. Oh. Okay. So it's hard for me to say because I love Galador, but I also recognize how sort of dumb Galador is as a system. But I love it. It's one of those things. It's like a train wreck. I don't want to look, but I can't help but stare. But the great thing about Belleville, I don't have any Belleville figs. I do have what was the other one? Oh no, I do have a Belleville fig. Hold on, give me a second. Where's my minifigure box? I'm looking around for my minifigure box. I don't see it.
He's looking around.
I don't see it.
Everybody do this in your chairs right now. He's looking around. I'm gonna do this until you find it.
You'd be a good like kindergarten teacher. Well, I can't find it. I do have a Belleville. What I don't have is Scala. Scala is even more rare, sort of obscure than Belleville. But okay. Let me see this. Do you have an answer for this one? This is from our good friend Molly. Hi, Molly. Oh, I just lost Molly's question. Molly, Allyson, have you met Molly Patton?
Virtually, possibly, probably. I'm better with faces than names.
This is this her, Molly? I feel like Molly had another question, and it was, what does it say? Are there any franchises where number 2 was the best? I can't even think. Oh, that's interesting. So that's based on that previous. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So this is, we can think about that. Molly asked, Allison, what rare piece do you not own but wish you did? Have you ever discovered any Lego pieces that you wish you had in your collection?
Well, I'm still into the brick separator thing, so I've been looking for green ones because I was thinking maybe Christmas tree. Possibly. So I'm looking for the green one.
Okay. Adam says, do you have a favorite Lego piece? Do you have a favorite?
Brick separator, always.
Awesome. I love the brick separator. All right. You mentioned earlier that you feel like the brick separator gets a bad rap. Is that true?
It's underrated. It's an underrated piece. I'm here to change that. We're going to change it. Everyone's going to need like thousands soon. I'm going to make a bead curtain too, I think. Okay.
That's a great idea. Have you seen Perron? What's his name? Somebody help me in the there's a Lego designer. His last name is Perron. He's done a bunch of Batman stuff. He's done some other cool stuff, but I have stream brain and I can't think of his first name right now. If I go to Facebook, we'll get it. Let's see. And maybe it's 2 R's. Maybe that's why I'm not getting it. Chris Perron. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Or maybe it's Chris Perron. We're going to go to Chris's ideas, Flickr, I think. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Chris, CHRISPERON. I don't know if that's his name on Flickr, but we'll see if we can find it because he's got a beautiful he's got a beautiful mock that incorporates a single brick separator, and I think you'll appreciate it. Chris Perron.
Lego journey, folks.
Lego. Let's see what we can find here. The Brothers Brick. I bet if we go to Brothers Brick, they're going to have a link to. Yeah, I'll show everybody what we got going on here so that we can go on this journey together.
Ooh.
Here is some of his stuff on. That's pretty cool. It's this one right here, but you can't see it from that angle. So let me see. Is there a read more about illegal Lego terms? Brick separator on the hood. No, this is just that was just a link to. Okay, let's see. Can we get here? All right. So look at this. Scrolling down. Do you have any teal brick separators yet?
I have 3.
So this is the creation. What's happening? What just happened? Error loading comments. Why won't it go to that? Aww. This is the only one that shows it, but it won't show it. No. Refresh. There we go. Okay, so check this out. Do you see the center of the hood of this vehicle is an upside down teal brick separator?
Wow.
So he basically built, and the wheels are built out of minifig hands.
Yes.
Or arms, minifig hands and arms. Anyway, so there you go. There's a Chris. So this guy is a Lego designer in Billund.
Yeah.
So we will all. Hey, wait a second. I missed a super chat. Molly with a $3 sticker. Thank you so much, Molly, for supporting the live chat tonight. You're awesome. It is because of you that this thing can keep on going. Moto says $10. Get you some Belleville. Maybe yes, maybe no. Let me make sure I haven't missed any other super chats. I really appreciate Molly, Moto, the other folks who have contributed to the super chats this evening. Let me see. How are you still drinking from that tiny cup?
Little sips, tiny, teeny sips.
Little teeny, tiny sips. All right. Spot the Magic Ninja. Thank you very much, Spot. Appreciate that. Spot, you're going to have to let me know. Can I just call you Spot, or do I have to say Spot the Magic Ninja every time?
Spot the Magic Ninja.
I'm looking for some other questions. Let's see. Where does Allyson, generally speaking, where do you get your inspiration from?
Everyday life and Muppets and cartoons.
Okay.
So Simpsons, I like anything Nickelodeon related. Like for this month, because I'm doing a Halloween themed build every other day. I've been watching a lot of like Halloween Town and Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I've been going back into those things just to get inspired and like stuff like that.
See you later asks favorite theme.
Favorite theme, classic space.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Classic space is really up there for me. I say generally space and like pirates are sort of my favorite themes. But classic space certainly is among my top.
So good.
I don't know what this question is. Spot the Magic Ninja says Bill and Ted. I don't know if that was about something else specific. Oh, maybe the movies. The second movie was the Bill and Ted was the second movie that was a flop. Did I ask you the question? It was up here somewhere, and I'm not finding it in the chat now because it's been too long. But it was something about what Lego food have you not built that you hope to build someday? Sorry to the person who asked that because I don't remember.
I would like, so another thing, I'm vegan. So I would like to do a big Thanksgiving, but vegan, but Lego, but vegan food. So like a big vegan turkey loaf, maybe. The thing is, it's kind of hard to like do foods that are supposed to imitate food out of Lego, but you can do, you know what I'm saying? So like a big loaf might just look like a big mound of like Lego.
Right, sure.
You gotta figure out like maybe some sauces, a fork, a knife, some plates, maybe little peas inside. I don't know, but yeah.
Nice. I love it.
So it's vegan Lego tofurkey.
Have you built anything that you like as a mock, but would not eat if it were real food?
Spider cookies.
Allison, you're hilarious. I'm glad somebody told me about you. I mean, I met you, but somebody recommended you to have on the show, and I'm gonna have to go back and thank that person because this has been a whole lot of fun. Moto said, of all your builds that you've made, what is your favorite parts usage? So, like, what do you think is the most clever? Like, I used this piece for this, and it was awesome.
I mean, maybe the brick separator stuff. Some of it.
Do you have a favorite one from the brick separator stuff? Of like, oh yeah, I did this, and I just was so, incredibly impressed with my own skill at using a brick separator.
I mean, that doesn't really happen often.
No?
I like the duck that I made because the beak and then the wings with it. I thought that was pretty cool. Also the hand because, yeah.
I'm trying to get back to there. All right, I'm so dumb on Instagram when I'm trying to use the internet. I mean, the web browser. How do I get from here back to your...
So a little lower there, it says IGTV.
Oh, post. Okay.
Left. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Nope, gotcha.
Let's find the duck. The duck. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful, everybody? Yeah, and the duck is so dear to the core of the Lego history and fandom, right? So it's really lovely to have a duck there. Tell me about how you achieved the opposing studs here on the.
That one. It was a doozy. I had to put some little lightsaber rods in there.
Oh.
To stick it upside down, and then I had to finagle.
Okay.
It's all one solid piece though, but it had to play around a little bit with it. But once I figured out the beak, the rest kind of happened. It was just that beak.
Awesome. Love it. David says, Allyson, with a Y, we'll pretend there's a Y in there. Have you ever built a haunted house mock?
I've attempted to make a graveyard before. I don't have it anymore though, but not a full-blown haunted house. But that's a good idea. There's so many sets that already are like so good for the haunted house thing, and like the whole drop. What's that one set with the elevator?
Yeah, that's the new haunted house.
Yeah.
It's just called Haunted House.
Oh, well, there we go. But I feel like I can't do it. Like, I don't know what I would do to like add to what's already been done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a graveyard, maybe like some Technic pieces. Maybe
Oh my
like.
God. Wouldn't it be so cool to have a graveyard with like Technic workings underneath that like make like people like pop out of the graves?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of like the haunted house at Disneyland.
Yes.
Where like some things pop up or something slowly creep out. Like that would be really cool to do.
Yep. Awesome. Cool. I feel like oh look, Dave Morgan says Allyson has been such a fun guest.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, how about this will be our last question. Favorite Lego colors?
Oh. Well, sand green is great. I also love this color. I don't know what it's called.
Is it the dark red?
Yeah, I think it's dark red, but it's like, didn't they like discontinue it and like do a different one or something?
Maybe
Sure.
you know, that might be right. Like they changed it. I don't know that the color is different, but perhaps they had to change the formula.
Oh, maybe.
They've
But
done
I'm
that.
really into this. I love this color. It's just so pretty to me. I don't know.
Yeah. It is. It's like it looks. Yeah. I was gonna say it's such a rich.
Yeah.
Red, you know.
It made a really good lipstick.
Yeah, it's very royal. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like if I wanted to build this shirt, I would use that red.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Allyson, this has been such a pleasure. I can't thank you enough for being here. What do you think is next for you? You're gonna finish October. You're gonna keep doing Halloween stuff, and then what?
Honestly, anything is possible. I had no idea any of this would happen this year, so I'm just ready. I'm ready for whatever comes next. I have no idea, but I'm ready.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hey, Spot the Magic Ninja, David, Jeff McElwee, Remy Baker is here, Dave Morgan, thank you for moderating, Jesse Robbins, Cody, Moto, thank you guys for moderating, Aubrey catching a live stream here. Thank you so much, you all, for coming. Cornado, hey, I really appreciate all of you watching. I'd love to invite you to head on over to Allyson's Instagram, give her a follow, and check out what she's doing. You post their stuff quite frequently, right?
Yeah, I'm posting every other day this month.
Awesome. You can find a link to that in the video description. And please also, the other link there is about my Current Ideas project. Please consider going to support that. Let's see if we picked up any new supporters. So we were at 2434, and during the stream we got to 2434. All right. Thanks, everybody. This has been such a fun evening with AllysonGailLEGO. And until next time, oh, hold on. I got to shut down Jesse Robinson's question. Until next time, go build something amazing. This has been AFOL Spotlight Live.
Let's go! Climb aboard this proverbial Winnebago. We're talking about the awesome fans of Lego. So build your mock and shift it into drive.